Dear students, in this video session, we shall learn how to draw the three different views for a RCC T-beam bridge with splayed wing walls constructed for a highway. Let us first highlight on the given data. Since this particular bridge has been constructed to cross an obstruction in the form of a canal, the details of canals have been given here. To begin with, the details of the canal. Bed width of the canal is 12 meter. Then he has given the bed level of the canal as 300 meter. Top level of the bank as 304.5 meter. Full supply level, that is FSL of the canal, is 304 meter. Hard rock level as 298 meter. The bank slope of the canal is 1:1. Now to look at the data given or the data pertaining to the road or the highway. Road formation level or road level, that is nothing but the top level of the finished road, is given as 306.5 meter. Thickness of the wearing coat, that is the topmost layer of the road, as 0.1 meter. RCC T-beam size is given as 0.4 meter by 0.8 meter, that is 0.4 will be the breadth and 0.8 will be the depth of the beam. So this 0.8 will be excluding of the slab above. Then he has given as the number of beams and the spacings. There are totally 5 numbers. The spacing is at 1.6 meter center to center. The deck slab thickness is given as 0.4 meter. It's nothing but the flange of your T-beam. Road width is given as 6 meter, and the footpath has been provided on both the sides, and the width of footpath is 1.2 meter. Then the parapet wall thickness is 0.2 meter. Height of the parapet above the curb, this curb is nothing but the footpath. Above the top of the footpath, the height of the parapet shall be 1 meter. Then the curb depth, that is the thickness of the footpath, is given as 0.4 meter, 2 meter. He has given the details of the abutment. Top width of the abutment is 1.2 meter. Bottom width is given as 2 meter, and in the bracket is mentioned as water face vertical. So the tapering shall be only on one side. Then the details of the pier has been given as 1 meter top width with vertical face. So it is understood that the width of the pier at top and bottom will be 1 meter only. He has given the details of pier and abutment cap. It shall be of the RCC, 0.3 meter thickness with 0.1 meter projection all round. Wing walls are splayed at 45 degree, that is 1:1, and a protection work shall be provided for bed of the canal. We shall first learn how to draw the longitudinal section and longitudinal elevation, or longitudinal elevation and section for this particular RCC T-beam bridge. The first step would be to demarcate with the faint lines all the given levels from top to the bottom. If you look at the levels here, the topmost level will be the road level, that is 306.5. Let us first draw that level here with a faint line. So let us write here all the levels. It is the road level 306.5 meter. Generally in the question, he may or may not mention the scale. They will write as to a suitable scale. So the question will be asked to draw to a suitable scale. So here let us adopt a scale of 1:100. So all the measurements which are generally given in meter will be of the same dimension to the centimeter. That is 1:100. So 1 will be the drawing, 100 will be the actual. So something which is anything which is there in practical or in actual of 100 centimeter will be represented by 1 centimeter. So that is the meaning of 1:100 scale. So we have demarcated here the road level as 306.5 meter. Then the next level is top level of the bank, that is 304.5. So it will be at a distance of 1.5 meter below this one. So this is top of bank 304.5 meter. Then he has given as the FSL 304 meter, so 0.5 meter below this one. This is full supply level 304 meters. Then we shall draw the bed level of the canal, which is 300 meter. From FSL it will be at a 4 meter down or 4 meter depth. So this is bed level. The value is given as 300 meter. Next, hard rock level is at 298 meters, 2 meter below this. This is hard rock level 298 meters. After this, we shall demarcate the thickness of wearing coat, then thickness of deck slab, then depth of the RCC T-beam from the top. So the thickness of wearing coat is given as 0.1 meter. To our scale it will be 1 mm. I am demarcating here the thickness of the wearing coat. Then I shall indicate the thickness of deck slab. There is nothing but your flange of the T-beam, and it is given as 0.2 meter. So I have drawn another line here at a distance of 2 mm from the bottom of wearing coat. After that, I shall now draw the web depth, that is given as 0.8 meter. So 8 mm from this. This is your web depth. So once I draw the web depth, I will now arrive at the top of the abutment or pier cap. The levels of the abutment top or the pier cap or the top levels may be given sometimes, or it may not be mentioned in the problem. Anyhow, from the given details of this wearing coat, deck slab thickness and the T-beam web depth, will be able to arrive at that. So now this particular line is nothing but the bottom of your T-beam or top of your pier cap or abutment cap. So here abutment cap is given as 0.3 meter thickness. So now I shall measure this line. So it is exactly 3 mm. So this will be our abutment cap, and whatever the point which I am showing here will be the top of abutment as well as the pier. So now I shall draw a dividing line. So on the left of this, we will be going to draw the half front elevation or half longitudinal elevation, what we call as, whereas on the right we are going to draw the half longitudinal section. To have the clear idea about this particular view, one has to actually stand in the flowing canal or in the canal, and we have to look at the beam constructed. We have to look at the bridge constructed. So then whatever the details we will be able to see, the same we are going to draw here as the longitudinal elevation, and whereas on the right side, when we actually cut that particular bridge along its axis or along its length, whatever the details which will be visible, that we are going to draw on this right side as the longitudinal section. So here so it would be very easy for anyone or the students to draw this particular view starting with the pier. Let us first draw the details of the pier. So since the hard rock level is given as 298, we shall first demarcate here one more line at a distance of 0.3 meter. So that 0.3 meter we shall assume as the thickness of bed concrete, since the same has not been mentioned in the data. So, as you all know that even in the end examination also, if there are any details of the data which are missing in the questions, and the student will be having all the liberty to assume the same. So here we assume the thickness of the bed concrete as 0.3 meter. Therefore I have drawn line here so that I shall stop the pier at this. So here this will be the bottom of the T-beam. So this is the whatever this distance 0.3 meter is available is the thickness of pier cap. So now I am going to demarcate the pier. So pier is having a thickness or width of 1 meter. So from center I have taken 0.5 meter and 0.5 meter on either side. Now I am going to draw a line up to the top of the bed concrete, whereas on this side, since I am going to draw the elevation, the details which are there above the ground level will be visible to me. Then I shall draw the pier cap for this one. So pier cap with 0.1 meter projection all round. I have taken 1 meter projection here. So this will be the pier cap for the pier. Then since here the span has not been given, but indirectly we will be able to get that span. So here the bed width of the canal is mentioned as 12 meter. So if you draw that 12 meter bed width, automatically by deducting the pier thickness or the width of the pier from that one, we will be able to get the span for each span. Span for this particular bridge. So 12 meter he has given as the bed width of the canal. So we shall draw that bed width as 12 meter. On either side I have taken 6 meters. Then 300 meter is the bed level. Top of the bank is 304.5 meter. So if we take the numerical difference between these two level, it will be 4.5 meters. Since the bank has got a slope of 1:1, then so this is 4.5 meter difference here. So from this point I shall measure another 4.5 meter, so that it is 1:1. Then I shall join this line. So this is nothing but one side of the canal. Similarly on the right side, this 4.5 meter from here and 4.5 meter line is already there. We shall draw this line dotted since when we cut the bridge at the center along its length, will not be able to see this one. Therefore, I have drawn the dotted line. I shall continue this for some more distance here, the same dotted line, whereas on the elevation side I am going to draw a dark line. So I shall mention here the levels. So this is the bed level, this is the top of the bank level of canal. So here, out of 12 meters bed width, already in the middle we have constructed a pier. So according to the given dimension, that is 1 meter 6. So from 12 meter, if you deduct this 1 meter, the remaining is 11 meter. So if you divide this 11 meter equally, we will get 5.5 meter and 5.5 meter. So each span will be of 5.5 meter here. Now we shall draw the abutment here. So this is the top level of the abutment and this will be the bottom level of abutment. Now I am drawing the inner face line for the abutment. I shall stop here. Then we'll give the top width, it is 1.2 meter, and bottom width is given as 2 meters. I shall join this line. So this is the abutment. Now we shall fix the abutment cap, and as mentioned in the problem, the abutment cap and pier cap shall have a projection of 0.1 meter. So therefore I have taken a projection here of 0.1 meter. Now we have drawn the abutment cap. Then on the other side we shall try to complete the abutment here. Since it is a elevation, we will be only able to see the details or the portion of the structure which is above the bed level. So the details or portion of the structure below the bed shall be drawn with a dotted line. I shall now fix the top width as well as the bottom width dimensions for the abutment. I shall draw this with a dotted line, since I will be able to only see the details of this particular face, and then the bottom of our beam, and then the wing wall portion. So those lines I will be drawing with a construction line. The remaining portion shall be shown with a dotted line only. Now I shall draw, or I shall indicate here the bottom width, that is 2 meter for the abutment. Then I shall join these 2 points with a dotted line. So now we have drawn the pier as well as the abutment on both the sides. We shall now try to draw the abutment cap here on the left side, that is on the elevation side. So this is the abutment cap. Now we shall try to draw the details of RCC beam. We shall first try to draw the web portion here, then the flange portion or the deck slab. He has not given the bearing here in the problem. We shall suitably assume the same. Since the top width of the abutment is given as 1.2 meter here, we can take a bearing of beam as 0.5 meter or even 0.6 meter on either side. So we shall assume the bearing at least to the half of the top thickness, that is 0.6. So we shall demarcate here a point or the midpoint of this one. So just we'll take one reference line here with a faint reference line or a faint line here, which shall indicate the center of this abutment. So up to here, now we are going to draw the T-beam. So this is the bottom of T-beam. The side, the T-beam here, I shall draw a dotted line since it will not be visible clearly in the elevation. So on the right side it is a section, therefore I am showing the complete line, whereas on the elevation it will not be visible distinctly, therefore I shall represent the same with the help of a dotted line here. So what we have shown here, we have shown the T-beam web. We shall now indicate or show the flange of this T-beam. There is nothing but the deck slab. The thickness is given as 0.5 meter. Already we have taken the level lines here. So this will be the deck slab or the flange. Similarly on the other side, or that is on the elevation side, it will not be visible, therefore the same shall be represented with the help of a dotted line. So now we have shown the deck slab, there is nothing but the flange portion for the T-beam. Now we shall indicate or draw the splayed wing walls on both the sides. The wing walls are the structures which are constructed on either side of the abutment to support the embankments which are in the form of muram or soil deposits. So therefore the starting point or the top level of the wing wall will be at the top of road level. So this will be the starting point of the wing wall here, and if you calculate the total height of this wing wall, so the bed level is 300 meters and the road level is 306.5 meter. If you numerically take the difference between these two levels, it will be 6.5 meters. So the wing walls splayed or the splay of wing walls has been given as 45 degree. It is nothing but 1:1. So for every 6.5 meter height there will be 6.5 meter width. We shall now mark a point here at a distance of 6.5 meter from the inner face of the abutment. Now I shall join these 2 points with the help of a straight line up to this bank, and the below portion will not be visible, therefore I shall show the same with a dotted line. Next we shall show the top thickness of the wing wall as 0.5 meter here. So if it is not given in the problem, we can assume the same. Now I shall draw one more parallel line from this point up to this level with a dotted line, and below this with a dotted line, and up to this level with a straight line. Now on the left portion I indicated the wing wall, then from this bed level it shall be taken up to the top of the concrete. Now here we shall show the bed concrete for both, that is for abutment as well as the wing wall. Here we can assume a projection all round for the concrete. We shall assume a projection of 0.3 meters. So from here I have taken a 0.5 meter line. So similarly here a 0.3 meter projection, from here also 0.3 meter projection. So I shall show the bed concrete for the abutment as well as the wing wall. On the elevation side we have shown the pier, we have shown the abutment, and we have shown the wing wall. So as we know that this particular line or the face will be visible to us very clearly, that is the bottom of the beam, that is the side of this pier cap and the inner side of the abutment, and this portion will be just plain, therefore I am showing all these details with the dotted line, and then the parapet will be visible just like a plain wall. So generally the parapet will be constructed till this particular length. So up to here we are going to construct the parapet. Okay. So I shall now draw the parapet plane here. So parapet height is given as 1 meter above the curb. So after the road level or from the top of the road, I shall mark here a 0.2 thickness, and I shall draw a dotted line here, since there will be a curb, there will be a curb or footpath at the thickness of 0.42 meter. Then I shall draw, or I shall demarcate another point at a distance of 1 meter above this curve, and if I draw a straight line here, so this will be the parapet. On the left side we have completed the drawing of all the components, that is the pier, the abutment, the wing wall, and the parapet. We shall now come to the right side. So before I move, I shall show the portion of this pier below the ground with a dotted line, and here we shall take a projection of 0.3 meter for the bed concrete, and on the right side shall be shown with a straight line, whereas on the left side the same concrete shall be shown with a dotted line. Now coming to the abutment, I shall show a projection of 0.3 meter here. Then on either other side also the same line. So this will be the bed concrete for abutment. Then we shall draw the wing wall here in the same way as we did for the this one. So we have taken a distance of 6.5 meter from here, since the difference between road level and the bed level is 6.5 meter and splay is 45 degree. So 45 degree is nothing but 1:1. So here the starting point of your wing wall will be exactly in line with the inner face of the abutment. So I shall mark a point there, and I shall now draw these with the dotted line, since when I cut the bridge or along its length, the wing wall will not be there, so it will be on the rear side. Therefore we are going to show the same with the help of the dotted lines. So we shall draw another parallel line here which indicate the thickness of wing wall. Since the thickness has not been mentioned in the problem, we assumed it as 0.5 meters. Then shall take the projection here up to the top of the bed concrete. We shall now show the concrete projection here with a dotted line, since in this section this concrete will not be cut. So now we have shown the bed concrete both. Then this will be the line of parapet. Since it is a section, all these details will be visible very clearly. So for this particular portion we are going to construct the WBM below this crust. We shall now try to demarcate all the details like curb. So this will be the curve which will be visible in the form of a straight line in the LS or longitudinal section, or the sectional elevation, what we call as. So this will be a solid line here. We shall show the details starting with the bed concrete. For the cap, can show a RCC concrete. Only on the right side of this we are going to show the concrete, whereas on the elevation side the concrete will not, it will be just visible in the form of a plain wall. Now I shall show the details of this RCC beam here. Since it is a RCC beam, I am showing the concrete symbol here for the flange as well as the web portion. So this is the web portion, and now I am drawing for the flange portion. Then I shall show this particular line, that is nothing but the top of the road level or top of the wearing coat. We shall just show with a distinct marking here for the wearing coat also. So the wearing coat will even continue beyond the portion of this. So we shall continue showing the same for the wearing coat, whereas for this portion WBM will be, or WM wet mix macadam or waterborne macadam portion will be there to support the wearing coat beyond the face of T-beam. So I am showing these details here. It's nothing but a 20 centimeter thick, which is equal to the thickness of your deck slab. Now in this portion there will be earth filled completely, or embankment which will be there. So we shall take a cut portion here, or we will stop here showing the details. So all this thing will be in the form of a formation or embankment. Now I shall show the masonry hatching for the abutment as well as the pier here. So the same shall be done with an inclination, or a hatching shall be done at 45 degree. Now I am showing the masonry symbol for this sectional elevation. Or half longitudinal section, what we call as. I have shown the masonry portion here. I shall continue the same for pier also. Now I am continuing this for pier also. This will be the masonry working. So in previous days, since the laborers available were very skilled, and the masonry bridges or the masonry structures were built. Now these days, with the advancement in the construction field, the same being constructed with the use of RCC structures. So here we have taken or we have assumed as a masonry pier as well as the abutment for this particular bridge. So we have shown here the details of all the components of the bridge, like abutment, pier, wing walls, parapet, and RCC T-beam for both the side, that is on the elevation as well as the sectional side. Since in the problem he has given as protection work for the canal shall be provided at the bed, so here we shall assume a 0.3 meter thick stone pitching here for the bed as a protection work. Now I am showing the same. Once we complete this, we shall now go for the detailing. So coming to the pier, this will be the width of pier. The width of pier is 1 meter. Then we shall indicate or represent here the bottom width on one side and top width on other side for the abutment. The abutment bottom width is 2 meter and top width is 1.2 meter. The same I am indicating here. In your examination, you are not supposed to use any other ink pen. Just to highlight here the details very distinctly, I am using a pen. In fact, we are all supposed to complete the detailing process with the help of pencil only. Then here if you measure, the span will be 5.5 meter. So we shall indicate the same here. 5.5 meter, here also 5.5 meters. So this will be the full supply level. Shall indicate the same with the help of a dotted line on both the sides or in both the spans. So this will be the maximum water level, FSL. Even if you can write here the same as FSL. If you measure the distance of the or the length of the parapet, it will be equal to 25 meters, because so shall here clearly indicate the bed width of the canal. It is 12 meters, from here to 12 meter, and it is at a distance of 6.5 meter splay. So 12 meter plus 6.5 plus 6.5, if you add, the total length of this parapet will works out to be 25 meters. So we shall write the same here, 25 meter, and now we'll try to write these values here. So this will be 1 meter, that is the height of parapet above the curb level, and this is the thickness of curb as 0.2 meter here, 0.2 meter, and remaining thickness such as the wearing coat shall be mentioned separately. Now I am writing here this as 0.8 meter is nothing but the RCC T-beam web depth. Now if you want to write any details, the same shall be written with the help of a 45-degree line. So I am writing this for the wearing coat, then I shall show another detail for the RCC deck slab. So this is 0.2 meter thick RCC deck slab, and this is 0.1 meter thick wearing coat. Even if you want, you can show here the symbol of the levels. The dimensioning is a very important part that should be taken care of always, and this thickness of the concrete will indicate here, and we have taken it as 0.3 meter since the detail was not given. So this completes the drawing of first view, that is the half longitudinal elevation and half longitudinal section. Below this we shall try to write the same: half longitudinal elevation and half longitudinal section. Thank you.